Welcome back to Realize Displays Training. This video is for our enterprise level accounts only because we're going to be going through the management of users, user privileges, dashboards, as well as the authorized account and font control that is now available within your enterprise level accounts. First off, you'll know that if you have an enterprise level account, if you see this settings tab on the top. When you see the settings tab, that will allow you to get to the back admin panel. And from there, you'll see an overview of everything happening within your company. You'll see information on obviously your company name and general time zone, the type of subscription that you have with us, as well as a list of all of your users, all of your players connected, and all of the dashboards that everyone can access to create their content. Now on the right side, you'll see a variety of different things that you can do. You have obviously your settings, which is where we are, your active screen monitoring, dashboards, users, players, activity monitors, fonts, and then finally your authorized accounts. The first thing we're going to go through today is how do you add users into the system. You click on the Users tab on the right. And then from here you can see a little bit closer view of all the users currently registered and which are company administrators and which are editors. We'll talk about that in just a second. First off, to add someone, go ahead and click the Add button. Your first thing you want to do is type in any email address. It doesn't even actually have to be valid. It is just simply used as a login. And then you need a password of at least 6 characters. Okay, so then first name, last name, and now here is where you can also choose the roles that this person has. Now the differences between a company administrator and an editor is that an editor will only be locked into the specific dashboards that you give them access to. So if I give this person editing privileges to only the main dashboard, that means when they log in, they will not see a drop down or be able to access or link to any other dashboards, but they will be able to create and update any of the channels within that main dashboard. Now, as an editor, what I can also do is if I click on maybe another department, as soon as they have more than one department at the top of their dashboard screen, they will be able to switch between each of these dashboards, allowing them to update the channel in this account and update the channel in this account. It will also allow them to copy slides and link playlists between the two. So now if I select Company Administrator, the Company Administrator can also have only selected dashboard access. However, it almost isn't necessary because as long as the Company Administrator can access the setting panels, they're the only type of user level that allows you to get into this very settings pages as well. They will at any time be able to basically go into the users tab and give themselves rights if they would like. Now you'll also see that you can change a password or go ahead and edit or delete someone. For any of the passwords, obviously you saw when you added a user, you will need to control and make up the password for each person. So if I wanted to change the password for Jerry's, I would simply type it in here. Now this is also a helpful tool because it is essentially a way to activate or deactivate a user. Let's say Jerry's was causing a problem, or maybe we want to not allow him to access anything, but we don't want him to delete his user. All we would need to do is maybe change your password that only we as an admin would know about, and then he will no longer be able to log in. Now, when you click right on their name, you'll also just be able to see an overview of their information, when their account was created at, etc., etc. Okay, so let's take a look at creating dashboards. Obviously, on the right side, you'll see dashboards. And now we see a list of all the dashboards. Again, think of a dashboard much like a sub-account where you can lock users into only editing the channels and information within that specific dashboard. Now, the great thing about this is if I want to see everyone who can access each of these dashboards, all I need to do is click the Edit button. So when I click on the main dashboard, I can see a list of who is checked off of our users that have access to this dashboard. And from this level, if I wanted to, I could unselect Jerry's because he might be a troublemaker, and then save it, and then he will no longer have access inside of even his user account when I click here. So the two follow each other, which will allow you to basically set your user permissions as you like. Let's go back to the dashboards and then click our Edit button, because this is also the way that we can change the name. Now, one thing that I would say that we should always keep in mind is to keep the main dashboard named in such a way that you know that it's the main dashboard. And that is if you have, since you have an enterprise level account, only the main dashboard allows you to have those channel mix-ins, which will allow this channel to create, or to basically interrupt its channel into every other dashboard inside of the entire account. That's a corporate kind of level communication method, so you'll want to make sure that your admins have access to the main dashboard. For more information on how those channel mix-ins work, just watch one of the previous videos on how to update the channels. Now, if we click into any of these, this will obviously take us right into that specific dashboard if we would like to go into it and view it if we'd like. So a company administrator has access to any dashboard through the settings panel that they can go in and view and even copy content in. So in also previous videos, I mentioned that if a user is only an editor, maybe that editor only has access to Department 1, an admin such as yourself can go ahead and add and link playlists on their behalf. So if I needed to pull in a playlist from the main dashboard, I can go ahead and do that on their behalf. Now, the next time that user that only has access to Department 1 logs in, he will then see the link to main playlist that I have created. Now let's look at a couple other things that we can do within our settings panel. Click back into settings, and the authorized accounts here is the actual link to any of the social media accounts inside of any of the dashboards. So this page will show you every single dashboard within your company account. And within that dashboard, which accounts, let's say there's a Microsoft, there's a Google, and a Facebook account connected here. And beyond that, it will also tell you exactly which pages these accounts are connected to. So let's say that there is an issue with the Facebook account, or maybe there is some sort of a spam going on in the social wall account. All I need to do is click right into the social wall, and then I'm jumped immediately to that page where I can identify the problem and either take care of it from here by disconnecting the account from here, or what I'll need to do is go back into my authorized account and make sure that any of the social media accounts that are linked into any of these is removed. And then from here, as you can see in this Microsoft account, once all the pages, any of the accounts linked are removed from any of the pages, the delete button will appear, and you can go ahead and remove complete access at that point. But you'll need to make sure that there are no other existing pages that hold that account before you can disconnect it. But this is a quick way to jump in and check them out first and remove them manually before you actually need to do the end all, which is to disconnect them from here. Now, lastly, one of the newest features that was added into our software was the ability to access and edit all of the fonts inside of our text editors and any other fonts that are available in the overall software for only your account. Now, this is great because now you can see all of these system fonts, and let's say if you do not like this font, or you only want to select a customized set of built-in fonts that are more matching to your branding, you can go ahead and enable and disable any fonts that you want. And the other great thing is you can upload your own. So the fonts that you can upload are the TTF or the OFF. And by pressing the Add button, let's just go ahead and let's just say Alex font. Click Next. And it's WOFF file. That's the other time. So you have true type file, and then the WOFF file type are the only accepted fonts available here. And then here's where you can select and upload specific bold, italic styles of each and weights of each one. Now keep in mind, if all you really technically need is the normal style font, what the software and browser will do is it will try to mimic a bold and italic for you if you do not have that one present. So let's go ahead and let's just give this a test. I'm going to click Upload. Believe it or not, I actually found a font called Alex. So I'm going to add in Alex's font by clicking Open. It uploads. You'll see my TTF file here. And now I can click Save. And as easy as that, you'll now see my Alex font available. Now let's just say, for the sake of example, I'm going to remove all of the system fonts, and I only want our Godfather and our Alex font to be available to everybody. Let's go ahead and click Save. Let's click our dashboards on the right side. Go into our main dashboard. And now I can go into any of my slides and let's just pull in a text item here. You'll see it has defaulted to our Godfather text. But if I want, I can also just select the Alex font, and every other font is now missing. So this was one of the most requested features, believe it or not, of the new software program. And since it's been added, it's been a great success because now you can really control your branding within each of your specific slides. So that concludes the part 1 of your admin settings panel training. In part 2, we are going to go through what you can do with players in terms of changing channels, getting a read on your active screens, and other information regarding the actual sending of the information out to your player boxes. Thanks very much. Have a great day.